Mexico City, a night like any other, buzzing, tequila flowing, then bang! Not fireworks, not a car backfiring, a gunshot, at the British embassy no less. But here's the kicker. The guy holding the gun, unsteady on his feet, slurring words. His Excellency, the UK ambassador. What started as a swanky diplomatic do turned into a scene straight out of a spy thriller, only this time, it was real. A leaked video, blurry but damning, showed the ambassador clearly inebriated, brandishing a handgun, laughter, a stumble, then a shot fired into the air. Panic, screams, the ambassador still clutching the gun, looking dazed like a deer in headlights. Was it a joke gone wrong? A drunken dare? Whatever it was, one thing was clear. This wasn't your typical diplomatic faux pas. This was a full-blown international incident, the kind that makes headlines, sparks outrage, and has governments scrambling. Inside the embassy walls, it was damage control on steroids. Staff, still reeling from the shock, scrambled to contain the fallout. Whispers turned into frantic phone calls. The ambassador, whisked away by aides, was now public enemy number one. The British Foreign Office, caught completely off guard, went into overdrive. Statements were drafted, redrafted, then scrapped altogether. How do you explain the inexplicable? How do you apologize for something so egregious, so unbelievably reckless? The answers weren't coming easy. Public reaction was swift and brutal. Outrage, disbelief, calls for the ambassador's head. How dare he, people raged, represent the UK with such blatant disregard for safety and decorum? The incident became a lightning rod for criticism, fueling anti-British sentiment and putting the UK's international reputation on the line. The Mexican government, understandably furious, demanded a full investigation and swift action. This wasn't just about a rogue diplomat, it was about national pride, respect, and the sanctity of diplomatic relations. The incident had struck a nerve, and the consequences were about to be felt far beyond the embassy walls. Across the pond, the British government went into full-blown crisis mode. Prime Minister's questions turned into a grilling about pistol diplomacy, the opposition having a field day. The Foreign Secretary, sweating under the pressure, promised a full and frank investigation. Damage control was one thing, but this was an avalanche they couldn't outrun. The Mexican ambassador in London was summoned, a diplomatic slap in the face. Apologies were issued, assurances given, but the damage was done. Trust, once strong, had been shattered. The incident, a stark reminder of the power dynamics that often underpin international relations, left a sour taste in everyone's mouth. The incident became a cautionary tale, a stark reminder of the weight of representing one's country on the world stage. Every action, every word, every raised glass scrutinized under the harsh glare of the international spotlight. Section 4. The weight of representation, more than just a party foul. The ambassador, stripped of his title faster than he could say diplomatic immunity, became a pariah overnight. His career, built on years of service, lay in ruins. The incident, a stark reminder that in the world of diplomacy, there are no second chances, no do-overs. It threw a harsh spotlight on the often insular world of embassies, those little bubbles of privilege and power scattered across the globe. The ambassador's actions, a betrayal of trust, raised uncomfortable questions about accountability, judgment, and the very nature of diplomatic service. The public, both in the UK and Mexico, demanded answers. How could someone entrusted with representing a nation behave so recklessly? What safeguards were in place to prevent such egregious lapses in judgment? The incident sparked a debate about the role of alcohol, the pressures of diplomatic life, and the blurred lines between personal and professional conduct. It served as a stark reminder that diplomats, for all their fancy titles and diplomatic passports, are not above the law. They are guests in their host countries, bound by the same rules and expectations as everyone else. Section 5. Accountability on the world stage, no immunity for indiscretion. The ambassador's actions, while shocking, highlighted a larger issue, the culture of impunity that often pervades positions of power. Did his status, his title, shield him from the consequences of his actions for too long? Did the system, designed to protect diplomats, inadvertently enable bad behavior? The incident sparked calls for greater transparency and accountability within the diplomatic corps. The public, no longer content with vague apologies and internal investigations, demanded concrete action. Training programs, stricter codes of conduct, and a zero-tolerance policy towards misconduct were just some of the suggestions put forward. The incident served as a wake-up call, A reminder that in the age of social media and instant global connectivity, every action, every misstep, can have far-reaching consequences. The days of sweeping diplomatic scandals under the rug were over. The world was watching, and the demand for accountability was louder than ever. The UK, once a beacon of diplomacy and international cooperation, now had to grapple with the stain on its reputation. The incident, a stark reminder that even the most established powers are not immune to the consequences of their actions. Section 6. The long road to repair, rebuilding trust, brick by brick. The road to repair was long and arduous. The UK government, in an attempt to mend fences, pledged to work closely with Mexico to address the diplomatic fallout. But trust, once broken, is not easily restored. The incident left a scar, a reminder of the fragility of international relations and the importance of responsible leadership. It served as a cautionary tale, a reminder that in the world of diplomacy, actions speak louder than words. The UK, in the wake of the scandal, faced the daunting task of rebuilding its reputation, brick by brick. The incident highlighted the importance of cultural sensitivity and understanding in diplomatic relations. The ambassador's blatant disregard for local customs and norms served as a stark reminder that what might be considered acceptable behavior in one country can be deeply offensive in another. The pistol diplomacy scandal, as it quickly became known, would forever be etched in the annals of diplomatic history, a cautionary tale of recklessness, entitlement, and the high cost of misconduct on the world stage.